What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. How are we feeling on this lovely Monday morning?
Lovely.
That's great.
Yeah, a little tired, but you know.
It happens. It's Monday.
A classic. I stayed up too late.
Shit,
classic
doing what?
Sunday.
White Lotus?
Yeah. And we were out watching the Michigan State game. They lost, but then we went home. We watched White Lotus. Opened a bottle of wine. Then the other woman was on TV.
Oh, that's such a classic. You got to stay up for that.
I ended up staying up watching the whole movie on cable.
Oh my God! So commercials and all.
Commercials and everything. Stayed for the whole thing. Lauren came over. We were yapping.
Oh my!
Yeah,
listen,
if all of a sudden
if Lauren's involved, the night's going late.
And then all of a sudden it was like 12:30, and we were like, shit.
Oh, it happens.
Yeah. So went to bed a little too late for my liking for Sunday evening, but I feel good. I'm excited for the week. We're going to Florida, down to Florida this week.
We're going to Florida with Rumhaven.
Yes, which is gonna be really fun. We have 2 events. One in Tampa on Thursday, one in Fort Lauderdale on Friday. All the details.
Chicks in the Office going to Tampa.
Yeah. I did see a lot of people being like, will Gabby be there?
I know.
If only.
If only Gabby Wendy was coming.
If only Gabby Wendy was coming to Tampa again would have really been incredible. But that's going to be really fun. And then we're going to see our parents.
Yes.
I haven't seen my parents in a while, so I'm excited to see them too.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great weekend.
It's going to be a good week.
Yeah, we got a good week coming up. So make sure you're checking out our socials to see where to meet us in Florida, Tampa. We're going to be at 511 Franklin on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Come drink some Rumhaven with us. And then on Friday in Fort Lauderdale, we'll be at the Shorely. So come hang with us. We're going to have a great time. Yeah. How was your weekend?
It was good. I was going to say, though, my friends were cracking me up because the same ownership group, like the restaurant bar ownership group, obviously 511 Franklin. It's like this. They got 321 Bowery.
Yeah.
They got 123 Datura and West Palm. So it's funny, like when we posted the graphic, they all sent it to me and they were like, I'd recognize that font anywhere. Like it's like, yep, should be fun. Weekend was lovely. Went to the Yankees game. I definitely was like a little sick towards the end of the week. Friday, I was struggling big time. But woke up feeling better on Saturday, went to the Yankees game. A historic game.
Those damn history. Torpedo bats.
I was there to witness controversy and history.
Those damn bats, huh?
Yeah, I guess they're juice to the bats. I don't know,
legal.
Apparently it's legal.
All
but
legal.
They've changed the shape.
That shit's gonna be banned
of
soon.
The bats.
Either every team's gonna have it or it's gonna be banned.
And what's crazy is we were a little late to the game, and I was with a big group of people. We got into the elevator, and one of the kids was like, look on his phone. He goes, "Oh my god, the first 3 guys homered right away," and we were all like, "What?" Like everyone in the elevator was like freaking out. And then there was like a second of silence, and we could hear the announcer on the speaker because they had the sound going in the elevator, and they were like, that goes to show you, folks, even the early games, you got to make sure you're here on time. And everyone was like, shit. But we did make it to see the 4th home run of the first inning. And then all the rest of them, obviously. But yeah, if you missed that, I guess some of the Yankees players changed the shape of their bats a little bit.
Yeah, so they hired someone to make these bats that are legal.
Yeah,
and
they fit into the parameters of what the bat needs to be. The way that
people are talking about it is like they hired like Albert Einstein.
No, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. They did.
It's so funny.
The bat guy.
Yeah, I mean, which by the way, Aaron Judge, all these home runs couldn't do it in the postseason. But I'm not here. Well, I'm not here to give my my thoughts on that. But that was actually incredible, and it was a beautiful day on Saturday.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
So I'm sure it was a beautiful ball game.
It was a great day for baseball, and we had a ton of fun. And yeah, it was just like a friggin' home run derby at Yankee Stadium. So that was super exciting. The Aaron Judge Grand Slam was actually so sick. Like everybody was losing their fucking minds.
I rolled my eyes. Because
Yeah.
I'm just like, where were you?
Yeah, right. Where are you when the lights are bright,
Yeah. Who cares about the fucking second game?
Yeah.
It was exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. They put it up on the big screen of, most home runs in like Yankees history having a game. So it was really exciting. We're throwing some money on the game. We were just like betting on guys hitting home runs. They just kept hitting home runs.
You're like, we might as well.
It was incredible. You know what I was also laughing at too is like they do on the big screen during, a break and play, they do all the birthday messages, and it was just like 10 birthday messages to these hilariously Italian names, just
Anthony,
one
Michael,
after
Dominic,
the other.
Gino.
Yeah. Capicelli, Malanucci, Alessandro, like all like.
Yeah.
I did see people saying like ever since the Yankees got rid of the like you can't have a beard rule, now they're just like the best team in the world.
Yeah, so it's just that was a lot of fun. And then was just, watch some basketball. I know you got a lot of basketball in over the weekend. Sad for Gia and the Michigan State Spartans, that was a tough one.
But Auburn.
Yeah, I know. So happy for Claire.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It was a tough one. Toss up, really. I mean, I wore my Spartan shirt. I went to the bar with my sister, supported. But Auburn's really good.
Yeah.
Auburn's really good. So first time. Only the second time ever. I'm really full of fun sports facts today. Only the second time ever that the Final Four has been all the number one seeds.
Yes,
Last time it happened was 2008.
I didn't have one single team in my Final Four, correct?
Wow, really? Not one?
Not one.
Damn, I still got Duke going for me. Duke and Florida. Because I picked Tennessee and Michigan State.
Yeah.
But
I have actually forgot to check mine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
have you heard of Goldbelly? It is this amazing site that I love where you can get the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants all across the U.S., and they will ship it free to your door anywhere in the country. Goldbelly will ship you iconic Chicago deep dish pizza from Lou Malnati's or New York's best, most famous cheesecake from Junior's. If you're craving barbecue, they ship the legendary Franklin's Barbecue straight from Texas to your door. And you have to try the one and only world-renowned stone crab delivered from Joe's in Miami. I actually got the Joe's stone crab delivery as a gift, which was so fun. It was such a great gift. Getting to open up the box, get those stone crab claws, eat them fresh. They were so delicious. It was such a fun and different gift, and it's such a great way if you know someone you love has a certain restaurant that they love or a certain type of food that they love, that you can send them the food straight from the source. So if you're looking for that perfect gift or want to impress your friends and family with an epic meal next time you host, go to goldbelly.com and get free shipping and 20% off your first order with promo code CHICKS. That's goldbelly.com, code CHICKS for free shipping and 20% off your first order.
I had a basketball-filled weekend.
Yeah, you did.
I honestly had, seriously, a much-needed, spectacular weekend. Friday, I fell asleep by 8:30 p.m. I was supposed to go out. I ditched Noah and some others.
Shit, you didn't go out?
No, I didn't.
And Kelly
I
wore
wasn't
that outfit
surprised,
and everything.
by the way.
No, but here's the thing.
If they had, I sometimes feel like I can read.
You
Rhea.
just know, yeah.
I'm
yeah.
like I wasn't really like. You said you were gonna go out, but I was like, I'll believe it when I see it.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I actually started to feel a little bit sick too at the end of the week, and I was like, I don't feel like. I really felt like I needed some rest, truly, and I was like, you know what? I gotta prioritize rest right now. Like, I gotta get some rest. So we stayed in, and I fell asleep at literally 8:30 and slept through the night. Like, I was afraid. Well, I guess I wasn't that afraid because I fell asleep, but Matt said the next morning, he was like, I thought you were gonna wake up at like 12 and then be up for the whole night, and I slept through the entire night, which was amazing, because then I woke up on Saturday and it was so gorgeous out, but I had all this energy that we took a long walk from our apartment in Jersey City to Hoboken, got some brunch in Hoboken, then went back, took a nap, had a lovely date night. We went to this restaurant in Jersey, has really good steak and sushi. It's Blue on the Hudson, and really good drinks. So that was a fantastic dinner. I had a dirty martini that blew my socks off. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. It was one of the best I've ever had. I was blue cheese olives, the whole thing.
Delish.
And Noah, get this. I'm becoming a fan of old fashions.
Wow.
Oh,
What happened?
Just the last couple because Matt's go-to is an old fashioned, I've taken a liking to. I've really taken a liking to the last couple.
There's so many different like iterations.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
there
like
are.
if it has a good, there's
Some might be smoky. I feel like you probably wouldn't like that.
No, I don't typically like the smoky ones, but there's a place, Dear Maud in Hoboken, that does pretty good cocktails, and they do like an apple old fashioned, which is really delicious. So there's been a couple lately where I'm like, ooh, and I'm doing that thing with my teeth, when you like do the whole thing, and I'm like tasting it. I was like, I'm getting this whole thing going.
Yeah.
I'm really taking a liking to it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe we'll have a couple old fashions. I like
Lovely.
that. Yeah, it's delicious. And then we went to the Duke game, which was so much fun.
Yeah, you went to both games.
Yeah, we went Thursday night and then we went Saturday night because it was right in Jersey and it was
Easy.
very close to us.
Yeah.
So we figured why not?
Prudential Center.
Yeah, and met some lovely, nice people, good spirits at the game.
Yeah.
Ken
vibes.
Jeong was there, okay, and he was in the same section. And the entire
That man won't miss a
No,
big Duke game.
he won't. And let me tell you, the
He went to
entire
Duke?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
the entire game, I was like, should I go say something to him? Do I not say something? Like, do I get a selfie? Da, da, da. And there were so many people that were going up to him, and he was so nice about it.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
also
yeah.
such a big game that I
Yeah.
was feeling conflicted.
Yeah.
I was like, do I bother him? Do I not? He seems so nice. He's taking a picture with everybody. And I chickened out in the last second. And I was so disappointed in myself. I'm like, oh, we could have got a great picture with Ken Jeong.
Yeah.
And I was so disappointed in myself. But he was like having such a good time, and like he seemed like he loved having people come up to him.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I got nervous.
It must be like that every time he goes to a
Yeah,
game.
I mean, at one
he
point,
has
though-
to expect that if he's sitting out with
Right.
the people.
People were like lining up, and then there were like times where nobody was around, and I was like, oh, should I go? Should I not go? And I got all nervous, so I didn't do it. So that one,
Damn.
I'm kicking myself a little bit about that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, come on, why'd you chicken out? But it was a fantastic night. I mean, Duke won, so Matt was very, very happy. They won by 20, so that was a lot of fun.
They crushed on Saturday.
Yeah, they did. So that was a blast. And then Sunday, another good rest day.
Yeah.
Got some good rest, some good fun this weekend, and I'm feeling ready to go for the week, ready to go for Florida.
Love it.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to mention, I actually wrote this down in my notes Saturday night. I can't stop describing things using the word epic.
Oh,
And for the first 26 years of my life, I never used the word epic.
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
described anything as epic. Now in my 27th year, it seems as though I describe everything as epic.
oh,
It's, I don't know. It's like all of a sudden you hit your late 20s and you start
Yeah.
describing things as epic.
that's interesting. I don't think I've used epic since like college.
I've never used epic.
Yeah.
Ever until this year. I describe things as epic. And I've taken a notice to it. I actually, because I was at the
Interesting, I
restaurant.
haven't noticed.
I wrote this down while I was in the bathroom at the restaurant because I was walking to the bathroom and in my head I thought, this place is epic. And I thought, what?
What?
No, exactly. I was like, huh? Why would you just describe this place as epic?
Yeah.
That's not a word to describe it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
You could say beautiful, delicious. There's so many other adjectives you can use besides epic. And I had to write it down in my notes that in my 27th year, I can't stop saying the word epic.
Yep.
So
So what are you
That's
gonna
epic.
replace it with?
nothing. I'm not replacing it. I'm
No,
keeping
she's
it.
just gonna. Everything's epic.
I'm gonna keep
Oh,
it.
you're keeping it.
I'm keeping it.
It's hard to get rid of when you start to do it. You know.
When something hits your vocab,
Epic
Yeah.
kind of makes me think of like skater dude. Like
right?
that's
epic.
Oh, that's
Epic.
epic.
That's epic.
Well, that used to be what it like. I feel like growing up.
Yeah.
And so I never used it. I thought like only kids who went to Hot Topic used the word epic.
Yeah. Fair.
So I never used it. And now I'm like, new word in the vocabulary.
Yeah, you're taking it out for a little spin.
I am, and it's working for me personally.
Yeah.
I think nobody else has noticed, but
you're
I
selling
have.
it.
Matt surprised me with a Kindle this weekend.
Oh,
He must be hearing some things from the best show on earth from when
Yeah.
we talked about it. But I need some recs. I need some book recommendations.
Love.
I got to start downloading. I started watching Daisy Jones and the Six.
I thought it was gonna be a
Josie Jane's and the
honeymoon
Six.
gift.
I he gave it to me early.
Oh, you two are so ridiculous. I knew it was when you were like, I was like, it's just insane. It's just, I know exactly how this went down. The package arrived. He opened it. He was like, the Kindle's here now. Do I just give it to her now? She's gonna be so excited. I'll just give it to her now. And then he probably came in. He's like, I got something
Let
for
me tell you, that's exactly what happened.
and you were probably like, oh, what'd you get me? What'd you get me? You were like this on the couch. What'd you get me? What'd you get me? And then he probably gave it to you, and you're like, oh, a Kindle. Yes, just like, that's exactly what I wanted for my honeymoon.
That's literally exactly what happened. That I actually couldn't. That's it. You painted the picture. That's exactly. We were opening packages, and he said, "Don't open the one with my name on it." And I said, "Okay, I won't."
Right. I was like, he tried to keep it a secret for like 4 seconds.
Yeah, and then he was like,
I'll open it.
He's like, I got you a gift. Do you want to open it? And I was like, yeah. And then that's literally exactly what happened. And I said, oh, this is perfect for the honeymoon. He said, that's exactly why I got it. Yeah.
Oh, man.
But my personalized case
I knew it
didn't
was
come
coming
in
because
yet.
he did consult me on what Kindle to get.
Good. Smart.
Because I also have a Kindle. But the Kindle I have, they don't make anymore. Interesting.
That's interesting.
But,
well, thank you for helping out.
Yeah, so now you're in.
Yeah. Hey, I got it early.
Yeah.
But he did say partially listen, there's always
You're not going to be reading a lie in the next couple of weeks, I don't think.
No, well, in Florida,
Sure.
by the pool.
Yeah.
So we always do this with gifts when we surprise each other. It's like, well, I figured you'd want it early because of this. So he was like, I figured in Florida, you're going to be by the pool.
Yeah.
You can have your Kindle. And I was like,
yeah.
So true. So
true.
smart. But my personalized case that he got me didn't come yet. So he probably should have waited for the personalized case to come in with it. But that's fine. That's fine. He was excited. I was excited. Very exciting. So everybody, if you have recommendations, please send my way. Things like The Housemaid.
Yeah.
Right. Along those lines. The Silent Patient is my next one because you've been telling me that one for years and I haven't done it. But I'm open to recommendations. I just said I started watching Daisy Jones and the Six, which I'll talk about on the Weekly Watch Report. Yeah, I'm 3 years late. How do we get through? Oh my God, it's so good.
How do we get out?
It's so good.
It's so fucking
amazing.
Good. There's no season 2 to that.
No, that was it.
But I'm thinking about reading the book, but like now I know what happens. Whatever.
No, the book is still cool though because it's written in a funky way.
Yeah, and I could actually as I was watching, imagining what it would be like to read it, if that makes sense. I was writing the book in my head.
I reread the book after watching the show, and it was kind of a fun experience because you have all the faces of the people in the show in your mind too.
Okay, so maybe I will.
Yeah,
and people have highly suggested
and it's a quick read because it's the way it's structured. It's not
right
written in a normal novel sense.
All right, so maybe I will. Yeah. People were recommending it a lot, so maybe I'll do that too. All right, let's get into the rest of the topics. We are going to be talking about, sorry, Noah. It looks like Glen Powell went in and snatched Sydney Sweeney up.
It had to be one of us.
It had to be one of the good guys.
Yeah.
Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney seen at Glen Powell's sister's rehearsal dinner, wedding weekend.
Yep.
Morgan Wallen walked off the stage early at SNL, has everybody up in arms. Craig Conover apparently has a new girlfriend, allegedly. And we got to talk about what's going on with Justin Bieber, although we don't
know what's
going on, but
which is what's alarming.
People are speculating, yeah. And we have the Weekly Watch Report, so let's get into the topics. We cannot wait to hang out with you guys in Florida on Thursday and Friday, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale. We're coming to hang out with you and Rum Haven. We cannot wait to be drinking the delicious Rum Haven with you guys. And the only thing we love more than hanging out with you guys is those delicious Rum Haven cocktails that we'll be drinking with you. No one serves up real delicious drinks like Rum Haven. Rum Haven is made from real coconut water, no artificial flavors or preservatives for a clean and refreshing taste. Rum Haven really does taste absolutely delicious. It tastes fresh. It tastes clean. It's real coconut water. You could serve it just on ice or you can mix it with a juice, make a little cocktail. We had our little fall cocktail. Now we're going to have some spring cocktails with Rum Haven. You cannot beat the taste of real coconut water that Rum Haven provides you. So enjoy Rum Haven straight over ice, like I said, or mix it with whatever you want. And we're going to be drinking it with you this Thursday and Friday in Florida. So come hang out with us and head to rumhaven.com/chicksintheoffice to learn more. Last week, we talked about Sydney Sweeney and her fiance calling off the engagement, possibly calling off the relationship. And then just a mere 2 days later, we see Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney at Glen Powell's sister's rehearsal dinner, a wedding this weekend. Now, listen, is part of me like, hey, maybe Sydney just became really close with Glen's sister while they were filming Anyone But You, and so she was invited.
That's what TMZ said.
But not everybody gets invited to the rehearsal dinner. You know what I mean? How close did they get that she was at the rehearsal dinner and not just the wedding?
Maybe it wasn't the rehearsal dinner. Maybe it was
a welcome party
after the rehearsal.
Yeah, it
dinner.
could be the welcome
Maybe it was
party.
at the same place.
Maybe.
And that's
Very possible.
I had that moment too where I just kind of laughed. So like pictures went viral. Like, oh my God, Sydney Sweeney's at Glen Powell's sister's wedding in Texas, and here they are together, blah, blah, blah. And in my mind, I feel a little validated because of what TMZ wrote this morning, which I'll also read. But in my head this weekend, I was like, our pal Glenn is such a good guy and I was like, they are good friends. That like maybe in this trying time for her, he was like, come to my sister's wedding, like come be with the Powell family.
That was
like
his
it'll
only...
be great. Like we're all one big happy family. You'll have so much fun at the wedding. Like that's like literally where my mind went. Now granted, TMZ said she's been invited to the wedding for months. Like Sydney's been invited, which also honestly, so it does make sense. I feel like she would be invited after the journey that they went on. But TMZ did say that Sydney and Glenn did not attend his sister's wedding rehearsal dinner as a couple. We're told that Sydney is attending the wedding with her best friend and RSVP'd months ago, way before she and her fiance had postponed their nuptials. The source says Sydney is very good friends with the Powell family and has been very close with Glenn's sister, Leslie, for a long time.
Yeah, I want to say something inappropriate and pervy.
Yeah.
They should do it.
They should just do it.
They should just do it.
Yeah. They might, who knows?
They should do it.
I mean, who knows if
I don't know. These two, they should just they should get it over with.
They probably have
or maybe they have.
Maybe they might, yeah.
But I don't know.
I
like the way your head's at, because I'm like, it is quite possible that they really just have built a great friendship.
Yeah, it is.
Filming anyone but you. But now that she's
Glenn's
single,
Glenn's that kind of guy.
You're going to tell me Glenn's not interested, though, in a single Sydney Sweeney? If he's single, if Glenn is single, and Sydney's single, you're going to tell me both them not interested in the other?
I'm sure he's not saying no, but that's a situation where it's like she's got to make the move.
Right, right.
It's like she's the one coming out of the relationship. If she makes the move, I'm sure he's not saying no.
Right. Now, let me tell you, quite possibly, if you're them and nothing's going on, the worst pictures to come out this weekend. Like after her relationship gets called off.
The timing is just...
The timing
and
then,
is just crazy.
Everyone being like... And it just fed everyone's delusion of these two being like, we were right.
I know.
They want to be together. Meanwhile... They're probably not together.
Right.
And like she was just going to his sister's wedding. It's separately from Glen Powell.
It's funny also just to think that like with all the news coming out last week that she was maybe texting them like incredible timing for this wedding to be happening. Like,
it's kind of like the movie. Wasn't there a wedding involved in the movie and the whole thing?
Maybe she was always invited.
A called off engagement.
Yeah.
And they called off their wedding now just so she could go by herself.
Yeah. Well, TMZ said she went with her friend.
So that's what I'm saying. So like she replaced him so that she could be single with Glenn.
No, you're onto something. She knew the wedding was coming up. She knew she was going to see Glenn and thought, well, I better call this off before I go see Glenn again.
Yeah. That's also very true.
Yeah. I mean, we're feeding all the delusions right now, but so many possibilities here. I don't think these two are going to jump into a relationship, though. Like, I don't see Glenn and Sydney Sweeney jumping into a relationship.
I don't either. I'm under the impression, like, the Powell family, like, if you're in the circle, like, you're in, you know? Like, it's like they made this movie together. Glenn's parents are always around on set. We know that. Like, the whole the family's around. And they're like, oh, make sure Sydney's coming to the wedding. You know, she's a little pick-me-up.
Yeah, she's going through a hard time.
Little Powell family events.
Yeah. We're going to show her a great weekend and she fits in
exactly.
seamlessly, and then Glenn and her run off together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who knows? But I don't think this is anything serious right now. I don't think they're running off and having a relationship together. I really do think that she was just at the wedding and it was just really crazy timing.
I agree. And it did seeing the photo this weekend I was a little hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. But I do like Noah's theory that she called off her relationship before she saw Glenn again at the wedding.
Yeah.
So like, well, I better free up
Right.
before I
He's
get
like, we're
there.
not going to the wedding. We're not going. And she's like, we're done.
Yeah. She's like, well, I'm going.
Well, I'm going.
And I'm going without you.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm single when I get there.
Yep. And you're not coming.
No. This, took
Crazy.
the internet by storm this weekend. Morgan Wallen was on SNL, and the ending credits rolled around, and he just walked off the stage. And usually, the host and the musician of the evening, they stick around for the whole credits. They hug everybody. They dance on stage. I've never seen anybody walk off like this.
Never.
But am I shocked that Morgan Wallen did it?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Like, I don't know why people continue to have, like, faith in Morgan Wallen when time and time again he shows everybody who he is.
Yeah.
And he just walks off the stage. It's like, everyone was, like, talking about this so much, and I'm like, why are we surprised?
I don't know why we're surprised either. Like, this is the most Morgan Wallen move ever.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't even really know why he's doing SNL or why SNL wants to have him on.
Yeah, I
don't get it.
By him being on SNL in the first place.
I really don't get it. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. If you guys,
is he promoting new music?
yeah, I think he's got a new
he's like
album.
the biggest
He's
artist in the
always
world.
got
Like,
a
Yeah,
new
I don't
album.
think he
SNL.
needs to, like, yeah.
He's always got something coming out, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he have, like, I feel like he teased that he's got a new, oh no, maybe that was Luke Combs. Somebody has a new album coming out that has like 30-something songs on it or something. Anyway, yeah, this is so not shocking. If you guys don't remember, it was COVID time, and he was supposed to be on, and it was a whole controversy because he was out kissing college girls and COVID, and he was couldn't come to SNL. They canceled the appearance, and now he's back doing SNL. He looked disinterested all week. He looked disinterested in the promos. He looked disinterested there. There are reports that all week long, like, he was there for rehearsal. He was in, he was out. Like, he was not hanging around. He was not mingling. Like,
him posting right after being like, "Get me back to God's country."
Yeah, like that was insane. Listen, you're listening to two girls.
rude.
You're listening to two girls that are never going to defend Morgan Wallen.
No, and we're certainly biased in the way that we don't.
We don't like Morgan Wallen. So, like, anytime there's something like this happens, we're like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that love Morgan Wallen. We're not two of them.
Yeah.
But there are people who are like, oh, well, maybe he had work to do and he had to get off and do, like, no, you're doing SNL. You could stick around for the extra 2 minutes on stage.
Yeah.
Disrespectful, but not shocking. Like, I mean, watching the video though and just seeing him just walk off and not
right in front of the camera.
Only hug Mikey Madison, didn't hug anybody else. Like, just
some of the other cast members, like, you could see their reactions to him leaving.
Yeah, I would be like, okay, cool.
Keaton Thompson like pointed. Like,
yeah, I'd be like, all right, get the fuck out of here, peace. Like, you're so disrespectful. But I didn't find it to be the most shocking thing in the world because, yeah.
Nope. I really don't either. And it's like you said, people were shocked. Don't really know why.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, I don't think I've ever seen that happen. It's like, yeah. By the way, like, it's quite literally 30 seconds.
All he had to do was stand up there for 30 seconds.
30 seconds, so they had the camera still rolling, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a minute max.
He had to throw a smile on his face.
Yeah. It's not like he had a flight to catch. He was getting on a private plane.
Right. The private plane could wait.
Could leave whenever he wanted it to leave.
Yeah. And his story after being like, get me back to God. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
See ya.
This is while Morgan Wallen, who lives in Tennessee, has not commented on his controversial SNL departure, a source close to him told TMZ that he meant nothing by it and had routinely exited the studio the same way he had during rehearsal when he thought it was time to go. That's like the lamest excuse ever. Sorry. Like, you're not going to tell me Morgan Wallen was like, oh, I just thought it was time to leave.
Just thought it was my time to get off the stage. Nobody else.
No one
exited the stage.
And
also, nobody
walking
walks
past
right
the
into the
camera.
camera.
through the crowd.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, did he walk through the normal door? Like, the bag just went straight out?
He just walked right into his private jet.
I have
walked
to
out of
say,
the building.
I don't want to compare myself to Morgan Wallen, but when I saw the screenshot of him like walking out mid, like, it reminded me of walking out of Craig's interview to get my hair cut.
Yep.
Damn. That's
just like, damn,
funny.
At least it looks like he said something to Mikey Madison. You know,
He hugged her
hopefully
goodbye.
he said,
but
good
like
job or
disrespectful
something.
to the rest of the cast of SNL. But I mean, whatever.
Well, you know what? Probably like they don't really. I'm sure.
I'm sure they're
everyone's
all like,
bye.
whatever, bye.
Yeah.
We don't like you anyway. You could take a trip with Truly this spring with the Truly Getaway Pack. Each sip is your ticket to an exotic escape. 4 exotic flavors inspired by drinks from around the world: Arctic Berry, Mountain Paradise, Rainforest Retreat, and Tropic Like It's Hot. Personally, I love the Mountain Paradise. It tastes delicious. We had a couple Trulies last week, taking some pictures, having some fun, drinking Truly. It is fantastic, and we're going to be drinking Truly all spring, summer long. So why don't you join us with the official hard seltzer of Chicks in the Office? It's only available for a limited time, the Getaway Pack, so get it while you can. It's still only 100 calories, it's 1 gram of sugar, and 5% alcohol. So find the Getaway Pack at a store near you or visit www.trulyhardseltzer.com. Speaking of Craig, though, it seems as though Craig maybe has a new girlfriend. People were saying, when Craig, Shep, and Austin were on Watch What Happens Live this week, that she was sitting in the Watch What Happens Live audience. Her name's Natalie Buffett.
Yep.
Or Buffet. I'm not sure which way it's pronounced. And there was a rumor that it was what? It could be. It could be Buffet.
Her name's Natalie Buffett.
It could
That would be pretty sick, honestly.
Could be.
Yeah.
Never know. There were rumors that it was Jimmy Buffett's heir. No, that's not true.
You know what?
She has no relation to Jimmy Buffett.
A lot of people went Jimmy Buffett. My brain went Warren Buffett first.
Either one. Very rich.
Very rich.
Right.
Yeah, but
I don't think she's related to either because her name is Natalie Buffet.
Yeah.
But it seems as though he has a new girlfriend now.
He did confirm it. He said he has been seeing somebody.
Yeah.
The internet found her in 0.3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
She has previously, I think, the two of them had some history years ago, pre-Page.
I think that was a different Natalie.
Oh, really?
I don't know. That's what people were saying on TikTok.
Oh.
Because I think people were saying that this was the Natalie he dated before Paige, but then people were like,
then
no,
they were
that's
no,
a
it's
different
not.
Natalie.
Oh, maybe. I felt like Craig maybe alluded to something.
He said
like
timing.
the way he was like, it's crazy how things work out sometimes, or something like something along those lines that made me think like maybe it was somebody he had known already or whatever.
Yeah.
But she had also dated Dak Prescott for a couple years as well. And I believe most recently a player on the Dodgers.
Yes.
And now Craig.
Yeah.
So, he's out there dating again. The Watch What Happens Live, we'll talk about it because we watched the finale and not the finale, the part 1 of the reunion and the things that were said, but I have to like literally tip my cap to Craig because that answer on Watch What Happens Live was maybe one of his funniest wordsmith. I don't even know what the fuck he said. I was dying laughing. I know people were like, this is so ridiculous. I was dying laughing because Andy, the question was, do you think maybe you weren't being that supportive now that you see like what Paige has been saying on Summer House? He just did not answer the question, went on a whole spiel, and then somehow it ended with him talking about Amanda, Sierra, and Kyle and talking about the vitriol that they have been spewing and that he wants to encourage America
I did see that. He's like, I encourage all of America.
I encourage all of America to not follow in that type of behavior.
Genuinely one of the most shocking things. And let me tell you, if I were any of them, if I was Sierra, Amanda, or Kyle, and I heard that question, that answer from
Craig,
just
have to laugh.
I would be cracking my ass up. I'd be like, no way this man just said that. Like, that is truly one of the most absurd answers.
Andy's reaction was so funny too.
I mean,
like, oh, and encourage marriage.
How does that even come to his brain to say?
I don't know.
None of it made sense. Like
put
that
on, like,
answer.
His politician hat for a
no,
second.
truly, it's like what he's put on his Nick Jonas hat. It's like, what can I say that won't answer this question right now? That will sound long and somehow.
Well, at least Nick's answers make sense.
Yes. No, that was a joke. But that was shocking. And he really skated around the question, and it was like, listen, we're watching Summer House right now, and clearly there were a lot of things we didn't see. And Paige said, like, he says, I'm not going to say that on camera. And Sierra's telling her, like, I'm not going to tell you again, Paige. So, like, clearly there were things that Craig would say to Paige that were not on camera because he didn't want them to be on camera, and he wanted it to be private, and it steered more in the direction of not necessarily supporting her. And her friends saw it and continued to tell her, like, this is a hater boyfriend, which was just honestly uncomfortable to see, like in real time. Like, you can see Paige come to the realization, like, I can't be with him. But then Craig walks in the room and he's like, am I interrupting something? And you're like, yes.
And he won't watch the show. So it's like, he won't watch the show. He's like, oh, people send me things, or like they tell me what people said or whatever. It's like, maybe watch the episode. It could give you some clarity on what went down.
I feel like there were a lot of times where, like,
but I guess it's like his life. It's like he lived it. So why watch it?
I think he was seeing an image of Paige he wanted to see.
Yeah.
But not really Paige.
Yeah.
Like, he was, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like he had this image of the relationship and what he wanted from Paige, but she wasn't those things. And in his head, he was like, no, but she is, and I'll change it and whatever. And it's like, no, she is who she is. Like, him saying that she said, maybe we'll get married at BravoCon, like,
no shot.
What? There's 0% chance that she was, maybe in a sarcastic tone.
Yeah, right.
And that's why I feel like maybe he didn't pick up on her sarcasm, which would mean he just, like, didn't see Paige for who she is. Like, I don't know. But man, good thing they're not together.
Yeah, I mean, it really, obviously, it feels very clear now.
Yeah,
watching what was happening, but yeah, him saying that at the reunion, like, not only was that coming, he was like, after they broke up, or after she had, like, initiated a breakup or a break, whatever you want to call it, that he, like, held on to the ring because she made a comment like, oh, like, maybe we'll get married, like, thinking that Paige. And knowing Paige, and really, even if we didn't personally know Paige and we just watched her on TV, I think we'd be like, no fucking shot this girl's getting married at BravoCon.
No, and if anything, she said it as a joke, sarcasm, like, keep the ring, maybe we'll get married at BravoCon, because, like, that's it,
And actually, like, I could really, truly never see that from her family standpoint, like, so many different bullet point reasons why that just would never happen.
And I think Sierra really, like, hit home with Paige when she said, like, imagine your mother heard this, and Paige is so close with her parents, so she probably took that to heart too, being like, oh, my mom would kill me if she like knew this conversation was happening. So I mean, well, good thing that they are no longer together and are moving on from each other, because they were not meant to be together.
The last thing I want to say is Craig really just he's not single for long. He's really a relationship guy, which obviously we knew kind of through the show and whatnot, but especially after this one, I'm like, damn, all right.
I thought it would have been a little bit more time, because he was, like, Paige seemed over it.
Yeah.
So, like, her moving on or whatever, not surprising. Craig
seemed like he thought everything was
so
fine.
torn up about it. So to see him move on, but I mean, they both should move on. Like,
totally.
Like, if you are interested in somebody else and you like someone else, then
you're single.
You're single.
You can absolutely date whoever you want. He's single. He can start dating. It's just he is a relationship guy.
That's why I'm like, how torn up, really? You know?
No, I think I think you really can be, because there are people that are not fully like, they start dating when they're not fully over the past person. It helps them get over the past person.
Right.
And I feel like that, especially with somebody who is more comfortable being in a relationship like that. I feel
And he
like
has to
it
talk
doesn't
about
mean
it.
that he's over it.
Yeah.
You know?
And he has to talk about it because of his job. Because I was going to say, like, if the new girlfriend's like, hey, you're going to stop talking about this. But, like, unfortunately, he does have to talk about it because of his job. So
Yeah. And he's going to be asked about it
Yeah.
in interviews and all those things. So it's just like, yeah, it's
For
tough.
sure.
Yeah.
Last topic here. Justin Bieber. I mean, we have no idea what's going on, and that's really the topic. It just, I'm concerned. And it feels wrong on one hand to talk about, but on the other hand, it feels like, okay, we're just going to ignore that this is happening too. We're like, what the hell is going on? Seriously, what the hell is going on his Instagram?
Yeah.
He was on Instagram Live the other night, and he didn't look well. And I think that's just an observation, and it's okay to say that because it's more coming from a place of, I think people are just concerned. Like, they're like, what is going on?
Yeah. It doesn't seem good, and it is very delicate because it's certainly not like there are people that see it and take it in a more joke fashion or make fun or whatever, and that's just like not what we are trying to do at all. It's just like actually like, oh, this is not
it's just like, what is going on?
This doesn't seem good. Just like posts are all over the place, captions are all over the place,
and then you see
the content's all over the place. I mean, I clearly it does seem like he's been working on new music. He's been posting a lot of like in the house where it looks like they have instruments and a whole setup and everything, where he's been recording stuff, and whatever he's been recording doesn't
sound good.
Kind of bizarre as well. So I don't know. I don't know.
And then Hailey Bieber unfollowed him on Instagram, but then she's commenting heart eye emojis on his Instagram, and I'm like, is everything okay? Like, if she's commenting heart eye emojis, and I'm not saying between them, but I'm like, in general, like, I'm so confused about what's happening.
I wouldn't.
And his Instagram Live, I think, was the real kicker for everybody to be like, eyebrows are raised just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird where it's like now it doesn't seem like she's following him, which is weird.
Right.
Like, I don't know how that happened. Maybe it was the same kind of thing that happened last
saw
time.
that people said that he deactivated his Instagram for a minute, so like now he's not popping up. If you do follow him, he's not popping up in the follow.
That could be possible too,
because he deactivated him,
right, where it's not showing up. Justin Bieber. Trying to see, like, if I look into my own following, does it look like I'm following him?
I just looked and it says I'm not following Justin Bieber, but I am.
You certainly are, and I am too.
So maybe that is the case because he deactivated.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. It says I'm not following him either.
So that's probably what happened.
And I totally am. Like, if I go onto his profile, it says following. So
yeah.
All right, so that's problem solved there.
Right, I think
she's definitely still following him. I don't know. I think that Hailey might publicly put out the facade that everything is okay.
Mm-hmm. Like, hence the heart eye emoji on the picture.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, is that how you feel in this moment? Because he's posting all over the place on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you think he's just acting like it's his Finsta?
I don't know.
He's like, oh, I'm taking a new approach to Instagram. I'm just acting like this is my Finsta right now.
Possibly.
All I know is the Instagram Live, I think, was what really made people go.
Yeah. I was concerned about if that's how the new music is going to sound. We got a problem.
Right. Yeah, I'm in agreement with you there, too.
Yeah. So, no, I just hope everything's all right. I know people are really talking about it a lot, and that probably is annoying for them too. Mm-hmm. That everyone's so hyper focused on it, like we are. But I just,
But you have to know that's going to happen if you're.
Yeah,
Justin
no,
Bieber.
If you're posting constantly and you're Justin Bieber, you like.
You have to. But we just care. We just want to,
just want him to be okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, really hope he's okay.
Yeah.
And maybe he's just having a good time. But I think,
don't know.
it doesn't, I don't know. Things don't seem right. And hope everything's okay with him.
Agreed.
I think that's how everybody feels.
Agreed.
All right. That wraps up the topics. I did go to the Duke game both Thursday and Saturday night thanks to Game Time. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. And you know what? These days, they don't make it the easiest to buy concert tickets to a game, but they do make it easy on Game Time and using the Game Time app. It should be about the show itself. It should be about the game itself, not trying to hassle to get tickets. That's why Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier, and prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. We got last minute tickets on Saturday and it was fantastic. Plus, the Game Time Picks feature makes it even easier to find the great deals on the seats you want. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. So happy we got to go to both games on Thursday and Saturday thanks to Game Time. They're the best. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? It's game time. Welcome back to the Weekly Watch Report, where we talk about things we watch this week. Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday. Woo! Okay, new White Lotus last night. I have thoughts.
Yeah. I wonder if ours are aligned.
Maybe I'm in the minority here. I'm not really sure. But I feel like the acting is superb.
Yep.
I think the acting is phenomenal. I think the writing is phenomenal. I really love the dialogue. I mean, Parker Posey is hilarious.
So good.
Like, she is hysterical in this show. And I do feel an attachment to the characters. I just don't care about some of the storylines. And I feel that way about Gary. I wish they never brought
Really?
Yeah, I wish they never brought Gary into this, because I am so focused on the new characters and I wanted to really get to know them that now I want to know what happens.
Yeah,
it's not that I
yeah.
don't care, because now I do care and I want to know what happens with Gary. I just feel like I want to know more about the newer characters. And I feel like there's a lot of focus. And I loved Belinda's character in the, last seasons. And I think she's clearly going to have a crucial role in this season. I just feel like we're missing some details about the other characters now, because we're now focused on this plot that carried over from the other seasons. So I'm feeling a little confused about that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I think maybe it's just me wanting to know more about the newer characters. But I feel like, once again, there's a lot of loose ends and there's only one episode left. And I'm like, how much action are we going to pack into the last episode? Because there wasn't a lot of action in this episode. Was it interesting? Yes. But nothing shocking happened.
No.
I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Nothing shocking happened in this episode. So, I'm left feeling wanting more.
Yeah.
Yearning for more. And there's only one episode left, so I don't know how much we're going to get in that. There's a lot of things that need to be tied up. So yeah, I didn't not like it, but I wasn't obsessed. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I have so many thoughts about it, but it's where to go.
I do agree with you. I think that there's so much going on and nothing going on at the same time.
Yes.
Like, because there are so many characters and there are so many, character development plot lines to follow, that things are happening, but it still doesn't really feel like things are like, I don't know if it's just also that I'm very disappointed in the way that the Rick storyline is all coming. Like, for me, give me more Belinda, Greg, Gary, and what's going on there. Like, that was more intriguing to me, that part of the episode of, like, him offering her money, like, what's going on there, and tying up that storyline is, I want more of that, and Rick showing up to this house and the whole thing, and nothing happened. He pushed him over.
I actually do agree with you on that part too.
Like I think it's whatever. I know there's probably a deeper meaning to why it was just a push and the whole thing, and there's a lot of people who are smarter than me online who will make all these great comparisons and analysis, and like will say, oh, you know, it was really all symbolism that matched up to the Muay Thai fighting that was happening, and they were cutting to the fight scenes and going back to the, you know, I'm sure there's some very in-depth analysis that I'll see tomorrow and I'll go, oh, that makes a lot more sense. But having that be kind of like the whole, so much of that episode, and then nothing happens.
I'm with you. I think for me, it's either give me one or the other with the storylines. Either give me Gary and Belinda or give me Rick. But both of them I feel just a little bit disconnected to the rest of the characters.
Out of the hotel.
I think that's what it is. Like, I want all of them to be interacting with each other. And you have Chelsea interacting, but Rick, not so much. I go back and forth because I'm like, because now do I want to know what's going to fucking happen with Gary and Belinda? Yes. And he offered her the money. She said she had to think about it. I'm like, no, why would you say you have to think about it? Now he has time to go kill you. Like, you know, now I'm into it. But yeah, it's tough. Also, I haven't seen many theories either because I haven't had Twitter on my phone since January. I literally deleted off my phone and I do not go on, only for work purposes, and I have somebody else do it. So I don't, you know, like Twitter a lot is where people like spread their theories. So I don't see any conversation happening about it while it's happening. So I got to wait till it hits TikTok and everyone starts posting their theories on TikTok. So I'll probably see that today or tomorrow, like you said. But I think I'm missing more interaction with the characters that are at the hotel too. Like, you know, Saxon is and Lachlan are interacting with, you know, Chelsea and Chloe. But then the three friends, Kate, Lori, and Jacqueline, we haven't seen them interact with the other family, or that one interaction with Parker Posey that we've never come back to, how Kate knew Parker Posey, but we've never come back to that. That was just like a random thing. And
I mean, I think it was one big point was like they did confirm that it was Valentine's friends that robbed the hotel.
And
which I think everybody kind of knew.
Right, like I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe it.
Yeah, like I don't think that was like a big shock moment when you saw it's a shock moment for them. They didn't know. It's just seeing the jewels and whatnot that were on the dresser that were stolen. But yeah, it does feel like so much has to happen in the final episode, and I'm sure it will. Like, I'm sure that it will all come together. I think, like, I don't know. I have so many different thoughts. So I'm like, I don't know if just all hell breaks loose and then Guy Talk like tries to be Mr. Tough Guy and just starts shooting everyone. Like, I don't know what else, because nobody wants him to like kill somebody more than Mook. She's like, no, you like toughen up. Like, don't you think you should be like fight people? Like, I don't know. Oh.
Do you think she's like a bad guy?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many loose ends. So I'm gonna give this episode a B. Because while I did enjoy my time because I now feel invested in the characters,
right,
I still was left feeling like a little bit bored and kind of like, all right, can something crazy happen? Because I don't feel like now with all the sexual things that are happening, I'm not shocked by any of it because we saw two brothers hook up. So now with hearing Gary's, you know,
weird
desire to, you know, watch Chloe have sex with somebody, am I like, oh my God? No, because we saw something crazy already. So that I'm not left like, wow. Do I think that maybe Gary has like blackmail on Saxon? He was filming the boat or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's something there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the fruit is obviously going to have something to play, but I also think it's too obvious. You know, I think if anything, it'll be an accident with the fruit. I don't think Jason Isaacs is going to actually like eat the fruit and die. And
yeah, I feel like maybe they put it in a shake or something. There's a lot of focus on that blender.
Yeah, like maybe Saxon accidentally.
A lot of close-up shots of that blender.
He accidentally has the shake or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've seen a lot of that theory, but yeah, I'll give it a B because I bet next week's episode is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
But that leaves one out of the 7.
Right.
Daisy Jones and the Six, love. Took me quite some time. I don't even know why. It popped up on my Prime. I thought, you know what? I never watched this, but it's a show I would love. And I remember.
Why didn't you watch it when everyone was watching?
Because I remember I started the first episode and got like distracted or something and I did like it, but I never went back to it. So I did see the first episode. I don't know why I never went back. And I love it. I'm on episode 7 now. So, gosh, I fell asleep. And obviously I wasn't going to stay up all night. But now I want to know what happens, obviously. I love it. I'll give it an A. I love it. I love the music.
Great show.
Oh, my God. And
Great
also,
music.
Camila Morone. I thought she had like a small part in this.
No.
She had a big role.
Yeah, big, yeah.
I thought she was just like, loves, Suki Waterhouse is great. Obviously, Riley, great. I mean, great cast.
Yeah.
Great music. I'm really enjoying it. I know what happens in the end, but I'm still excited to see it all unfold. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm glad I left myself a little treat for the future,
Right.
Because now I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So nice.
Yeah, so I'll give it an A. Summer House, I will give.
I thought this episode was better.
Yeah.
Because the like Sierra and Jesse stuff like is
yes,
intriguing.
but I'm like, no. Why is everyone pushing Sierra and Jesse together? Like, clearly Jesse's a fuckboy that nobody should be shipping with Sierra. Like, I said this before.
I don't think anybody, like, I don't see it in that sense. I see it as like
just a hookup.
Yeah, not even a hookup. It's just like, it's drama.
No,
like,
it's drama.
like,
no, it is. But this is just my opinion on it. I'm going to give it a B-. But my opinion on it is, yes, I think it's interesting to watch. And I'm whatever. But my opinion on Jesse and Sierra and them pushing this is like Sierra has made it very clear that she is just not somebody who just likes to hook up with somebody. Them kind of being like Jesse and Sierra flirtation, when you're in a friend group, like that happens, whatever. But like on the outsider looking in, you're like, Jesse's a fuckboy. Like, is that someone you would set up with Sierra? No. Like realistically, like you want someone who's going to treat Sierra like a queen, and I don't think Jesse's that person. Is it fun, flirtation, friend, whatever? Yeah, but I don't think they should hook up or date or anything of the sort. I think Sierra deserves better than Jesse. To see, I mean, look at how he's acting when he's supposed to be exclusive with Lexi. Right. Like, is that someone you want to push with Sierra? No. Because look at how he's acting.
Do you think he did more than just get his toe sucked?
Was that like the pasta? Was toe suck
yeah.
Toe, your other big toe? Was that was supposed to mean?
Yeah.
Or was it really his toe? Because I couldn't.
I think that's what they kind of tried to imply, that since he was in there for
37 minutes.
37 minutes.
I don't know. I mean, why would he just randomly get his toe sucked?
I don't know, but weirdly, I do kind of believe it. I know that sounds weird, but it's just like.
No, I don't not believe it, but I'm confused.
Yeah. It's just a crazy, like. It's just kind of a crazy thing to land on if he did go in there and there was something more that happened and people were like, oh, he got his dick sucked. Like, what happened? Like, to then like come out and be like, oh, she sucked my toe. Like, I don't know. Feels like a weird cover that I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have just said nothing happened.
Right. What I could imagine what happened was, because I actually don't really think it's a cover up for anything. I really do think he just got his toe sucked. I think he probably went in there. And by the way, when he said he went to the edge of the bed and tried to say,
do you see how small that bed was?
It's a queen size bed.
That bed was.
It's a queen size bed, and you're a large man. Yeah. You're getting in the bed with 3 other people.
His foot was in these girls' faces.
Yeah, you're right up next to them. So don't act like you're
right. If he said he was going head to toe,
I'm in a California king bed and I'm all the way in the corner. Yeah, you're in a queen size bed. You're right next to these people. Probably what happened was like a little, joking around, flirting. Someone said, well, like Paige kind of said, suck Ciara's toe when they're all sitting out there. I imagine something of the sort happened when they were in that bedroom where someone said like, oh, suck his toe or suck my toe, like as a joke. And the girl sucked his toe.
Yeah.
Like I could see that happening.
Yep.
Why not?
Yep.
Whatever. But why did he go in there? Like he knew something sexual was happening in there. He knew Emerald took home 2 girls and he
drunk
went into the
end
room.
of the night. I think he certainly regretted doing that.
Went into the room. You knew sexual behavior was happening. You still went in there. You're supposed to be exclusive with Lexi. He shouldn't went in there.
Yeah.
He knew some,
Yep.
He knew some shenanigans were happening in that room.
Yeah. I don't think he was clear of mind at that point.
No,
too,
certainly not. I mean, when he's on the phone with Lexi and he's like, oh, Ciara is such a great girl. I had a great time with her tonight. I'm like, oh my God. Like if I was Lexi, I'd be like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So I'll give that a B-. It was better than last week.
Introducing innovation from the award-winning #1 dry shampoo brand. The new Batiste Light Dry Shampoo is their lightest dry shampoo ever, addressing some of the main reasons you may not already be using dry shampoos. It blends seamlessly into your hair and leaves no visible white residue. It's lightweight and non-gritty, absorbing oil and grease for a cleaner-looking hair without weighing it down. The Batiste Light Dry Shampoo comes in 2 soft and subtle scents, Mellow Melon and Zen Matcha. Both smell great. It's light scent, just enough where you feel like, it has a good refresh, but not too heavy. And I think that a dry shampoo, this is such a great dry shampoo to use when you're on the go. Maybe you don't want to be washing your hair as much. If you are going to the gym in the morning and you want a little refresh, maybe you just got a fresh blowout the day before. You don't have to wash your hair right away. The Batiste Light Dry Shampoo has you covered. So you can buy the Batiste Light Dry Shampoo online or in store at your nearest retailer.
Southern Charm reunion. I mean, I didn't watch the full thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of over this in general,
Yeah,
I'm kind of over the whole thing.
That's fair. And it was a lot of JT and Vanita.
Yeah.
Obviously Craig said his piece.
Right.
And apparently everybody's afraid of Craig.
Yeah. That was interesting too.
Yeah.
That's not something you want to hear.
No, it's not.
It's not something you want to hear.
Yeah.
I'll give it a C+.
Yeah.
I like a reunion.
A reunion is always entertaining.
But I thought Watch What Happens Live was more entertaining.
Right.
So
yeah, that's true.
And I watched a lot of basketball. So
you watched The Studio, I know.
Oh yes, I watched the first 2 episodes of The Studio.
I want to start that.
I really like it because literally anything behind the scenes of movie.
I just love some good cameos.
Yeah, so I'll actually give that a B+.
That's a new Seth Rogen show.
Yes, on Apple TV. Yeah, I'll give that a B+.
I'm excited to watch that. I'm going to watch that too.
Oh, and I mean The Pit. I'm still not caught up yet.
Oh.
Did you watch this? Oh, you didn't watch this?
No, I didn't watch this yet. I'm not caught up yet. I'll give it an A. It's just solid all around, I think. And that's it.
I watched I'll give White Lotus a B+. I'll give Summer House. I enjoyed this last episode. I'm gonna give Summer House a B, and Southern Charm reunion B-, just because I also always enjoy a reunion, and I loved Madison's pregnancy reveal. I thought that was really cute too. Good way to do it. The latest episode of The Pit was so good. I mean, it is. I actually didn't realize that they come out at 9:00 on Thursday.
I'm ready at 9.
I know. I was so mad though because I came home from work and like I saw.
Oh, you thought it was
like
just
I thought it was just like on Thursdays.
Oh.
And I was ready to watch it, and then I saw 9:00. It's like, oh,
more streaming services.
Now I gotta wait till 9:00.
Need to do with like traders. You know how traders would just like kind of come out at like 8:40 or something.
Yeah. Sometimes it'd be like a little bit earlier.
Like, you don't have to
Love
wait till
Island
9.
USA used to do that all the time.
Really good episode. I mean, the end it's crazy. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'll give it an A. It's crazy because I've been watching The Pit, and then I went back and watched like the last few new episodes of Grey's Anatomy because the season came back at like the beginning of March, and I mean, it just makes Grey's Anatomy look
It's
so
just like
stupid.
Disney
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah. Granted, I obviously am still out here watching Grey's Anatomy, and it also seems like Netflix may have a new
I saw that.
Medical-
A new medical.
type show coming soon, which
Yeah.
I'm
They
intrigued
wish.
by.
They
Yeah.
wish it'll be
Yeah.
like
I
The
did
Pit.
see someone reviewing it on TikTok being like, it's good. It's not The Pit, but it's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So, I mean, The Pit is an A. I'll give this. I didn't get to grade the Severance finale because I didn't watch it in time last week to grade it. I mean, A+.
Yeah, it was.
I loved it. And I watched all of the last season of Sweet Magnolias, which
Rewatch or you just
no,
watched it for the first time?
It was new.
Oh,
The last season,
Shit.
season 4. It like came out last month,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the last season.
You know, I sort of missed that era of TV show.
Yeah,
You know, in COVID when like all those TV shows
Yeah,
came
yeah,
out,
yeah.
Outer Banks and
Yeah.
Sweet Magnolias came around at the same time, and
Ginny and Georgia.
Ginny and Georgia, and
Georgia, I couldn't get past, though.
the show with Katherine Heigl.
Ugh, Firefly Lane.
Yeah, that all like I missed that era. Like you know,
Yeah.
like where are those shows?
Firefly Lane was so good.
That was really good.
Oh, so good, so good. Sweet Magnolias is cute. I mean, it is what it is. Like the first season I thought was really good. I knew that this was going to be the last one. I was fine with how it ended. I didn't love how it ended. Like some storylines, I was like, oh, that was cute. I'm glad that happened for certain characters. And then some were a little more open-ended. Like, of course, you know me, I found myself like more invested in the younger kids' stories, like the ones that are like in high school instead of the adults. But certain characters I like wanted to, like there's certain people I was really rooting for, and it was satisfying in that way. It was a C+. Like, you know, it was, there's some terrible acting, there's some decent acting, but it's cute. It's really it's just a heartwarming show about a little town called Serenity. It's, you know, so it's cute. And then I watched like the last 4 episodes of Grey's Anatomy. I'll give that a C. It's like, you know, it's I'm still watching. And
What will they have to do for you to not watch? Like, how bad?
I know it has to end. Like, I'll watch it until
You're gonna watch it just.
I will
forever?
watch it until it is canceled.
That's yeah.
Oh yeah,
How many original cast members are in the show now? Like 2.
3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time. And I also want to watch the studio. I started Hacks.
Thank God, finally.
I
What do you
started
think?
Hacks.
What do you think?
It's great. It's very funny.
Yay.
She's kind of annoying. I'm hoping she gets less annoying.
Oh,
Ava.
yeah,
Yeah.
super annoying.
Yeah.
but it gets you learn to love their relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there's certain times I'm like, oh, she's like so rude.
Mm-hmm.
But fair.
It gets like their relationship grows. You still get annoyed by her, but then
Yeah.
you appreciate her and you love her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll head into that direction. But I watched the first 4 episodes of season 1, so I mean,
it
it's
only
great.
gets better.
Yeah.
Each season.
It is very, very funny. I'm loving like the side characters too. Like I love Keelan Olsen. I think is so funny. And I don't think I even realized that she played her daughter.
Yeah.
I don't think I even knew that. But
Well, why would you? You didn't watch the show.
yeah,
until now.
exactly. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. So no, I like it a lot. I thought it was good. I'll give it a B+.
Good to
Those
score.
first.
Yeah.
Because I think it can go up.
it goes up.
It's
it goes
those
up for
first
sure.
those early episodes where there's kind of like setting the scene, making it all work, and that's everything I watched. I watched Beverly Hills, but I really wasn't even paying attention, so I can't even honestly can't even grade it. I've been throwing on Beverly Hills and like watching it in the background
Yeah.
because it's just not. I'm not like really that locked into it right now. So
Can I throw in some more thoughts about Daisy Jones real quick?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch it?
Yeah.
I haven't disliked a character like Billy in a long time.
Oh.
He's the main guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
do
Yeah.
I dislike him?
Yeah.
Now I understand he has like some redeeming qualities, you know, you like root for him a little bit, but at the same time, like,
Yeah.
wow, do I dislike him though?
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
That's where I'm at right now, where I'm just like, God, you're so annoying. I just wanted to throw that in there. That was
So fair.
That was just one of the thoughts I.
So fair.
Did people like him like when it came out? Like I don't like I'm behind now giving my thoughts.
No, I mean he's a tortured artist. It was a time
Right.
of type. Yeah, just had his struggles.
Like Daisy's endearing, even though she could be annoying.
Yeah, yeah,
She's like endearing about it.
Yeah.
Whereas he is just, I just think he's annoying.
yeah. That's fair. That's
You
fair.
know?
It was definitely. I think some people that's probably not the general. Actually, no. I feel like he is kind of like a annoying. You're frustrated with him a lot.
All the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, shut
Frustrated
up.
with his choices, behavior.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
just
for sure.
Let Daisy cook.
For sure.
That's how I
Yeah.
feel right now.
Yeah. No, that's definitely true.
All right.
Oh, and by the way, I'll grade The Other Woman because I did watch the entire thing on cable last night, and that is an A movie
Yeah.
time and time again.
It's a classic.
It makes me laugh every single time. Leslie Mann is so fucking funny
She's
in
so
that
good.
movie.
So good.
So good. Okay, that's everything I watched.
All right, you guys watch the new Celtics?
Oh, let me
Here
guess.
we go again.
A minus, honestly.
Oh.
This era is just not as honestly. It was the Larry Bird first part of the Larry Bird, but it just wasn't as like interesting. I don't know why.
Did you listen to Jason
I saw
Tatum
some-
on New Heights?
I saw some clips. I didn't listen to the episode.
I did. I listened to it. It was actually
Really?
it was nice. He seems like a lovely guy. I'll give it to him.
Yeah. No.
It was
People
a very
love to hate on him,
sweet
but-
interview. I thought.
Yeah.
Like he just seems like a nice
He's
kid.
a nice guy.
Yeah.
Good,
Yep.
great basketball player.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll give it an A minus. I watched the studio first 2 episodes. I love it. This is like
Is there only 2 episodes out?
yeah.
Or
I think it comes out on Wednesdays. So.
Yeah.
But just like all the cameos, and it's like very much like referencing a lot of old Hollywood stuff. Yeah, I feel like it's like right on my alley. So that's an
Yeah.
A for me. Like,
I'm excited to watch that.
The Pit, the last episode's an A.
So
That's just
good.
like that. Every episode has been an A of The
Yeah.
Pit.
I'm on the edge of my seat every episode.
And Dope Thief, I watched the most recent episode. That's a B. It's like going downhill for me. It started off hot.
Yeah.
I don't
Matt
know
really
my
wants
The
to
voice
watch
is
classic
like-
mid-season slump for Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I watched the first 2 episodes of Running Point yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It's cute.
I like
Yeah.
it's like a fun
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Like,
I don't expect you to love it.
No, I don't love it, but like I'll probably keep watching it.
Yeah.
It's
Easy
a C,
watch.
like C plus for me.
Easy watch.
Like I'll keep watching it, and it's enjoyable. And then the White Lotus, I'll give it B plus. Like I like it, and I'm enjoying it, and I definitely don't hate it because I know
Yeah.
some people are like, this is so boring.
No, I
And
don't
some
hate
people
it.
are-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I certainly don't hate it
Yeah.
because I am interested in the characters. It's just
yeah.
give me more.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel like there's just so much that we don't know, and there's only 1 episode left. Because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the White Lotus is like stuff is happening, but nothing's happening. You're at a resort, but here I'm like, yeah, I don't know where it's going.
Yeah, and I think we kind of forget that previous seasons have been kind of like this too.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, it is, and there are ones where it's just like you kind of look back and you think about the character and you're like, what happened to that character? You know, you don't really get answers about everybody.
Yeah, I do think the second season moved a bit quicker than this one.
This one reminds me a little bit more of the first
The
season.
first one was slower like
Yeah.
this. The second
Yeah.
one we had a little bit more. I did see something funny where somebody wrote Chelsea is everything Portia thought she was,
Yeah, that's fair.
which is
That is so
so
fair.
accurate.
That's so fair.
The way she dresses,
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
she talks.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
slow.
I started Long Bright River, which is the Amanda
yeah,
Seyfried.
Peacock.
Yeah, but I haven't even finished episode 1, but it's
Okay.
pretty good. It's not.
Oh, I did watch the first episode of the new Ellen Pompeo show about Natalia Grace. I
Yeah.
did watch the actual
On Hulu.
documentary. Yeah, on Hulu. it's just a strange story, you know?
I don't think I know the story.
It's about this couple who adopts who they think is a young girl, but
She's actually old.
yeah, like it's very confusing.
Oh. Wait, I don't even think I know this, like, the real life story.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
based on
it was a real life story.
Yeah.
And the documentary for actually
It's
came
kind
out
of
around
like
last year.
like
maybe
the Act type situation that they now have made into a show.
Yeah, they made it into a show.
Yeah.
Um,
Interesting.
I don't know if I'll continue watching it just because I know I already watched the documentary. I don't know.
Right,
I'm not
right.
so drawn to it.
Right. That's fair.
But I did watch that. I forgot about that.
There's also a new show called Mobland that just came out. It's Pierce Brosnan, Tom Hardy, Helen Mirren. It looks pretty good.
Those are some great names.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is.
What's that on?
Paramount Plus. Yeah.
There's also a new movie with
Mobland.
Nicole Kidman, Holland, out that I thought was a show, and I thought Nicole Kidman playing a wife in a seemingly perfect family, count me in.
Oh, I did see people talking about that. Yeah.
But I haven't watched.
She
so-
really does play like
She always plays the
the
same.
same role.
I saw
in
she talked
everything.
about the White Lotus and how she would like die to be in the White Lotus.
That.
But I feel like it would take away. Like she would be perfect,
Yeah.
but
It's almost too obvious.
it's too obvious,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I feel like she's too big of a star.
Yeah.
like there's big stars in the White Lotus.
They are, but
But
you
I-
don't see that level, dude. Like,
Yeah, like, I think
I feel
he-
like Mike White doesn't like to have.
Yeah, keep
that
her out of the White
caliber Where
Lotus.
there's
Yeah.
and there's like more up and coming people, and you meet people
Yeah.
that you haven't, like, new actresses,
or maybe you haven't seen them in a while
Yeah.
on something.
It is funny
Yeah,
that Sam Rockwell's character
sure.
just like in a moment was just like, yeah, I'll start drinking again.
Yeah,
like-
he was like, "Fuck it."
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. That
Cool.
wraps up everything we watched. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office, aka the best show on earth. Thank you so much for watching. We love you so much. Reminder, if you're in Florida, if you're in Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, come see us. We want to hang out with you, drink some Rum Haven. We're going to have a blast. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.